Hi everyone! For those who didn't watch my previous videos, I would beg you to watch them because I can't repeat everything every time from the start. It would get a video too long. And but will say something as an introduction to say that I am a human guinea pig, a forced one. I am just literally impossible to understand, to believe, but this is the reality. I am just owned by a team of psychiatrists, even though apparently I am free. But they can test and control me in a very strict way through two powerful tools, which are telepathy and ultrasounds. Through telepathy, they can naturally read my thoughts and they spread them throughout our community, worldwide speaking. They convinced people worldwide, politicians, journalists, media operators, celebrities of every kind, that they needed to do it, even though it was absolutely unlawful, racist, and naturally anti-democratic. They needed not only the permission to do it by these people, but it's clear that they in any way could give a legal permission. They couldn't because our constitution does not permit it. I think in any part of the world, not even dictatorships can allow a person legally to own another human being for whatever reason. But they got this permission and they exploited these people because they spread to them my thoughts and my whole life, asking them for sending me some messages which were part of the trial to heal me. And these messages naturally are cryptic because they can't say anything directly, making me know that I am abused and owned by a team of psychiatrists. In fact, no one admits that the trial is in any way real. So, the way I hear these messages, which are of every kind, they can make me know what are the thoughts and the diagnosis of the team of psychiatrists. They can make me know how the thing happened, how the thing started, and especially they are obsessive, humiliating and judgmental because they say I am dangerous, even though these things never was proved. They said, according to the diagnosis of the psychiatrists, I was dangerous and I had to accept this type of restraining of my freedom, even though it was unlawful and anti-democratic, because my dangerousness, which I would like to underscore, that it was absolutely not proved. And the same team of psychiatrists does not say they can prove it, but they said their profession, their expertise said them that I was, and they had to intervene to protect our community and improve science. At the same time, when I heard this type of messages, in fact, I am saying very much about what is happening, and I said in my previous videos. At the same time, when I hear or watch this type of messages, because the messages can be not only words but even imagine, they change my mind through ultrasounds, which are a powerful tool that can just change your mind, your feelings, your psychology can be changed at the highest level. You can be made angry, confusioned, and anxious and delusional. You can be made attracted sexually by whoever gender or even children, even though you aren't a pedophile or a homosexual. But they can do it through ultrasounds, and they use them when I hear these messages, so that to make me confused and things like that. So, what I wanted to point out in this video is the way they use this power. They said I had unconscious feelings, dangerous one and pervert one, deep in my unconscious, about which I was not aware, and they had to make me aware of them. How? Through ultrasounds that, as I have already said, can change your mind and put the feeling they want in your brain, in your mind. Then they put some feelings in my mind, feelings of anger. They said I had to be aware I was a person with anger control issues. They put in my mind feelings of pedophilia, saying I was also a pedophile, denying my feelings. And they put even homosexual feelings, saying there were also feelings I had in my unconscious of which I was not aware, and even if homosexuality is not any crime or any perversion nowadays in most part of the world, they say that in my case it was dangerous, the same, and I had to have homosexual doubts in my mind. They put them in my mind. Apparently I was made aware of them, but instead of finish the trial, continued. And how they used the doubts they put in my mind forcefully, saying they were in my unconscious and I had to be aware of them. First of all, I will say homosexuality, pedophilia, doubts and the feeling of anger or violence, even murder, are in the unconscious of everyone, according to psychoanalysis. Then they weren't saying anything so much strange. Even though they said, in my case, it was a danger. I was not the way or other way. I was just a psychopath, even worse, I was a monster. And I had to to be made aware of them forcefully. So, but how they used this type of doubts they triggered in my mind? They spread them throughout our community, make me know that they had spread the doubts because I reached messages according to them, messages which were rejecting and judgmental and humiliating, and saying because of these doubts I had to stop claiming any justice, any democratic right. In fact, I am just saying that they behaved just as authoritarians, just as an authoritarian power, not just doctors. Doctors say you have a disease and we can fix it. They said you have a disease and because of it you have to comply our will and don't ask any right, any justice anymore. In fact, if I am right and this is the way an authoritarian power behaves, I am just a dissident. Aside the fact that I have psychiatric issues, but in my opinion, not in any way those that they diagnosed. I don't think in any way to be a psychopath, a dangerous one, and not even naturally a monster. But I think in this case I am a dissident. Because those who disagree with an authoritarian power are dissident. And what does an authoritarian power against dissidents? They tried in any way to prevent him to speak and slander him in any way. And this is what is happening just to me. They use the doubts, the perverted, violent one that they put in my mind to blackmail me, to say, you know, we are spreading your doubts throughout our community and no one would be willing to trust you, to help you. They agree with us that you are a pervert, a violent, and no democracy can be implemented to you. You can't claim any democracy. They are just blackmailing me by putting perverted and violent doubts in my mind and spreading them throughout the community. This is, I think, as I already said, the way dictatorships behave. And behave against a dissident. The special thing that is happening is that I am just a very strange type of dissident. In fact, the dissidents should be called the psychiatrists because they are dissidents against our political system. They are behaving against democracy. While when I say I am a dissident against them, I am saying I am a democrat I'm saying I am agreeing with everything is said and is done officially. This is naturally something that can be said absurd, a nightmare. Officially, everyone agrees with me that nothing like that can ever happen. And it has to be stopped absolutely and quickly. This is what people say, even though no one can speak about my precise case, they say officially. At the same time, they agree with the team of psychiatrists that I have to be treated differently. I can just, in a way, compare my condition to the political system of China. Because China is known to have a political system called one country, two systems, where the mainland has a dictatorship, while Hong Konger haven't. They are going to have. But, in fact, I am living, astonishing as it could be, in a one country, two systems, where all others around me have democratic rights and I don't. And no one officially can explain why, in any way. This is just a nightmare, and I wanted to send you the message that they are just blackmailing me. They have a powerful tool like ultrasounds combined with telepathy. With ultrasounds, they put strange, violent, sexually perverted thoughts in my mind. Through telepathy, they read them, and both through telepathy and ultrasounds, they increase the way my thoughts are, and the way my thoughts have to be directed, and then spread them outside, which is to blackmail a person. I would like to point out even the fact that they are blaming me and convicting me and slandering me throughout the world for thoughts that I never said anyone and I never attempted to realize, which you can absolutely understand if it was done to you. You would say this is a nightmare, this is something that in any way can happen. A person judged and even convicted for thoughts that he never spread or realized. So, I am just blackmailed by an authoritarian power for the purpose to stay silent, to not claim any rights, any right, any justice. I have to shut up and comply their will and accept I am owned by science or supposed science. I in any way think they are scientists or psychiatrists. They are just criminals, and I will be glad to know your opinion on that through your comment below the video. And naturally, I am asking every one of you to join me in this fight to regain my democratic rights. One more time, I would like to outline that I am not asking to have anything else than the same right you have. No less, no more. Thank you for watching. See you next time.